So if you want to say that carbon is like in everything, you're not wrong. But the problem I have with that is that it implies that some scientific minds know how to correlate that everything comes from some form of carbon. And it's not, you will change the way you think about it if you see it's a correlatory. It's not saying that carbon even exists except for in a reference to molten lava that crystallysis took place on a pegmatite igneous, in a pocket of pegmatite igneous. Because, like, quartz crystal, what's it made of? Carbon. What's amber? It's tree sap, but it's like it's carbonic. It's like a sugar with a certain amount of ashes in it. It gives it that yellowish orange. So the carbon, okay, crystal is just connotes that there's some form of structure, some kind of structure. So interwoven and interlocking and things like that is a basis for structure, like it's a template. So a template for something saying that everything is carbon could just be relating to like a process where water was exposed to lava for extended periods of time, and it was molten. And so it's like, not that there's the ability to weave ashes together. Ashes is like soot. There's nothing to weave together, but the rare elements that adhered to the substrate of the pegmatite allowed for structure to occur, like structure with those elements that came from molten, which is ash covered lava rocks. So the word that we have describes ashes, even though it is synonymous with a large, like maybe a cross sector or a section of elements that is resistant to burning off at such temperature that allowed for crystallization. Because just being an element doesn't mean you can't burn. Eventually, it's going to burn off, but it's like at some temperature, everything is going to burn off, right? But it's a trip. It's that under enough pressure, water won't melt. Ice won't melt, even if the temperature is like as high as you want to put it. So it's like you can have ice rocks on some planet that is like 20,000 degrees Fahrenheit or Celsius or something. Excuse me. So there's even allegory for like an element being heavy or light, or where it's suspended, or where it's found to take up a characteristic of some kind of like deified animal head or something, or a social structure that works, a societal structure that works. It's going to be like indelible, so it's going to be like also inscribed as well. As much as it is seem like your first nature, is also a hieroglyph or something like that. Because at some point, the ancestors know we're going to forget all the knowledge. Not even at the same time as every other nation. So some nations will gasp in astonishment at the ones who look like ancestors are not in the knowledge anymore. Like, so that the same pygmy kidaboo that genetically modified our food so that we could even have food are now cannibals. And